It's your boy Prescription, man. PrivateHipHop.com, Private Hip Hop Podcast, man. Aaron here with today with another reaction, something a little different, man. Y'all know normally we're doing music videos and stuff, but I do some hot topics when y'all tell me to. And this one right here is something that's been heavy on y'all's hearts. I don't watch this whole interview, and I'm just gonna go out there and say that as a Katt Williams fan, it definitely didn't disappoint, not only in the realm of getting to hear Katt Williams speak his truth and speak his mind, as Katt Williams always does so wonderfully. That's what he's known for in his specials. If you've ever watched one of his specials, you know that like there's no bullshitting when it comes to Katt. He gonna put it all out there. So to watch this whole interview in its entirety, it's very long. It's about 3 hours. It's over 2.5 hours, but under 3 hours. It starts off with a bang, y'all. It starts off really intense. You know, I'm not gonna sit. You know, obviously we can't play the whole thing, but I'll play a couple little clips. I'm just gonna click randomly in this video and play some clips. And this is one of the first clips from whenever he starts. And he kind of has a lot of history with people and brings things to light with people like Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, a whole bunch of people and comedians that you probably are familiar with. And you know, it's no different than any other realm. The comedy realm is just like the music realm. It's just like the acting world. It's just like the business world. It's relationships are everything. And you know, when it comes to people are people, man. And there's everybody got their own personalities, their own character traits, and you know, it definitely makes for lots of conflict along the journey. And you can tell that Katt's journey has been a wild one, but he most definitely has been working hard and has never stopped working hard. And super dope, man, to sit down and watch this interview and kind of get an insight into some of the stuff that you don't normally get to hear about. You know, on one hand, I kind of hate that it you know, that some stuff comes out to light and causes this conflict between people that from the outside looking in, you might not know that there's conflict, when really there's been conflict the whole time. You hate to see it, but at the same time, like you know, truth shall set you free, I guess, man. Shout out Katt Williams, and shout out Club SHAY, man, for providing a place that made them feel safe enough to go on there and discuss these type of things. So here goes one little clip.
That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats.
Things like that, I feel like, is why, just another, not why, but it's a big reason why Katt really shined throughout this whole interview too, is not only did he understand the things he was saying and the complexity and importance of them, but he also understood the person he was sitting across from. You know what I mean? Like he definitely number one had did his research and had watched all the interviews where he was mentioned in, obviously, but also he's giving it to him in information that is relatable. You know, he keeps going to sports references and stuff like that, which is right in Shannon's lane. And I just feel like yeah, man, I feel like that he killed it for that. He killed it for that, man. And you just gotta go watch the interview, y'all. Check it out.
Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one.
Oh, come on, man. Katt was on this bitch. Katt was on this bitch popping his shit, man. Katt was on this bitch popping his shit, man, you know? And one of the things that I'll say that he tends to speak on a lot throughout this special, which is a humongous valid point, is there's definitely a difference between stand-up comedy and all this other avenues of comedy that people do. It's all different, you know what I mean? Like somebody who makes videos for Instagram and has a huge following on social media, and the internet has a huge following, makes tons of money doing that. It's still different than going and standing up on stage and being a stand-up comedian. Somebody who acts in movies and gets roles where they learn lines and they get into character and portray. It's a great skill. It's all great skills that have their own lanes, but it's not stand-up comedy. And I mean, that's all true. It's just like being a musician, man. You know, I tell people all the time, you can be you can be a great studio musician. You know what I mean? You could be the person that goes in the studio, writes records, records records. The music is amazing, best records you ever heard. But you could get on stage and not be a good performer because you're not a performing artist. You're a recording artist, and there's a difference. You have to; those are different skill sets. And so I feel like a lot of the stuff that he talks about in the realm of the separation between stand-up comedy and just these comedy lanes in general. I mean, it's a huge difference. Katt he has so many comedy specials that are stand-up specials that are available out there in the world that it's just it's undeniable the difference. You know what I mean? And he kind of goes into depth at the beginning, and he speaks on multiple people and situations, and just kind of clears the air and gives his opinion. One thing that he says a lot in this thing is that he doesn't know why liars lie, and the main thing he's there to do is just set the record straight. You know, he's not there to lie with anybody. Like, he doesn't understand why people are lying. And so, let's just pick a different clip. I'm just gonna click randomly. I don't know where it lands. We're gonna see what happens. Let's click play.
Joke before you master it.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't allow the regular comic the ability to grow is the real problem. Like, the part of
Oh, okay, my bad. He
says
okay.
If the first time the guy did the joke, now that's his joke,
He's
and
asking,
the joke is everywhere.
So the initial question is, how long does it take you to perfect a joke before the joke is ready to be out, like released on a special?
Not you just randomly take some. So it's a process. You don't allow them the process if the first time the guy did the joke, now that's his joke, and the joke is everywhere. That just sets it up for people to steal.
So how many times must you tell a joke before you master it?
How many times have you had to sleep with a woman before you're done with her? That's not fair. If it's great, never. if it ceases to have usefulness, so it has been spoken. Right.
I read that
Get crazy.
you was raised in
So a big part of that is Katt talking about this joke that he had perfected, worked on for years, and it was used as a main joke for commercials and all kinds of stuff. And Cedric seen him tell that joke and then went and used that joke in the Kings of Comedy special, which we all know the Kings of Comedy special, huge thing. And he said that he never really said anything about it because he had made amends. He had accepted the apology from Steve and Cedric, and then nobody ever said anything, and he said all this time later now Cedric comes on this show and lies. And so that's kind of why he was on here speaking out. And I tend to stay away from all this stuff. Our channel doesn't dive into messiness stuff, and so I don't really have an opinion on any of this stuff. I just kind of wanted to just react to it for y'all to kind of give, well, I guess I do have an opinion, kind of just give my very small opinion. And my opinion is that this video is a great watch. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are a Katt Williams fan or a fan of any of these other comedians or anything. At the end of the day, everybody has to understand that art is separate from people. Like that's why some of your favorite artists might have done horrible things in their lifetime. But you love the music. The music is what you like. And so when it comes to these stories, I don't encourage any hate towards either parties. I just say it's definitely a good watch. It's a good interview. Katt was very on point the whole interview. He controlled the floor the whole time. If you've ever watched the interview and you've seen somebody who's being interviewed control the floor, it's a beautiful thing when it's done correctly. And he really executed this flawlessly, man. It was a great interview. Like I said, it is almost 3 hours, so it is a lot of info to intake, but it was a super dope vibe, man. Shout out Club SHAY for providing this platform for Katt to come on here and be himself. And I ain't even gonna lie, man. I think I might have seen some Katt Williams tickets come across my timeline yesterday. I saved the link. I don't know, man. Next special might finna be crazy, man. Let's go. I'm finna play one more clip for y'all, man, and see where it lands. I'm just gonna click somewhere in here and see where it lands. Let's go. Let's see. Let's just click play.
I have no intention of her or any other people being in this position. If I see a girl I like at the strip club, I'm telling her, you don't have to strip no more after this. This could be your last day. How about that? What would it be like just to leave it all?
Katt wildin', Katt was wildin'. Katt, you see something? It's not all super serious out there. He's still, I mean, he's Katt Williams, man. You know, he's gonna be himself no matter what.
And you went to Sweden and saw what them people was like. If you really went to Africa and you really saw what the people was like, you went to Haiti, you went to Puerto Rico, if you really traveled across the country, you would see that all people is the same. It's way more people that's good than the fucked up individuals you're seeing. And if you understood that, it would change everything. So I don't have any favorites in the world just because every place is dealing with their own issues, their own troubles. All places look better than they actually are for the people that live there. And it's always a difference between what it seems like
And what it actually is.
what it is like. People will tell you, I went to Paris. I was there at the Eiffel Tower. Bitch, you had bed bugs. And there were rats everywhere. The food was terrible. Tell the rest of it.
Yeah.
Don't tell some.
Let me ask you a question. When you go to these cities to tour, do you make it a habit of getting out?
He said, tell it all, don't tell some. And I feel like that right there is like a great synopsis for or conclusion of his whole point on this whole show and talking was, if you're gonna come on a show, man, and you're gonna tell any side, you should at least tell the truth side. Don't make stuff up just because it helps your narrative. You know, you can't rewrite history. It is what it is. And you know, if everybody could just put that shit to the side, man, and just have real conversations, then, you know, maybe it wouldn't get this far. But it's a great watch, man. If y'all get time, y'all go check it out, man. It's Katt Williams Unleashed, Club SHAY. It's on YouTube right now. I ain't even gonna lie, man. It went from like when I first seen it, it had like one point something. No, when I first seen it, it had like 400K views. Next time I seen it, it had 1.7 million views. Next time I seen it, it's almost 9 million views. Like, that's how quick it's going up. So, man, y'all go give it a view and let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. How was y'all feeling about it? You know what I mean? Do y'all feel like Katt was on point? Do y'all feel like he was out of line? Do y'all feel like the other people who went on the show before him was out of line? Do y'all feel like none of it matters and everybody should just mind their own business and just enjoy the comedy that they do get, like who you like? Tell me, what do you think? Because I'm gonna tell you like this, there is no right or wrong answer, man, except for right is right, wrong is wrong, and you learn as you go. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, shout out Katt Williams and shout out Club SHAY, man. This is privatehiphop.com, Private Hip Hop Podcast. Make sure you tap in. If you know somebody who makes music, normally we do music, tell them they can tune in, reviews and previews, man. Music reviews twice a week, every Thursday and Sunday, 8 p.m. to midnight. They can win something to help further their career. Let's go. And just like that, y'all.